Hello. So I was planning on making a video on the 5 most essential things for redstone components. I still do it, and here's just a quick sneak peek to some of the things that I've got lined up. But when I was doing the pulse extenders, which I think is one of the main things you got, I've actually disassembled this, so let's rebuild this quickly. But when I was having a look at these traditional I missed one there, haven't I? When I was looking at these traditional comparator pulse extenders, seems pretty useful. I had an idea about hopper locking, and I've come up with this really, I think, I've never seen it before, so I believe it's my own invention, but I maybe and probably will be wrong. Someone may have come up with this before, but this uses alternating locking hoppers to give you a pulse extension, and it's completely adjustable as well. So it can be as much as 5 stacks of items for it to cycle through the system as the longest pulse you can get. You have your input here down at the bottom, and you have your output at the top here. At the moment, the pulse I've got going through is just a stack. Obviously, this can be up to 5 stacks deep. Just to talk through what happens is, once you push the pulse, it turns off of this redstone torch, which unlocks this hopper. It means the items can flow from this into the dropper elevator. But while that's happening, because this is off, this torch is then turned on, which locks this top hopper, and it goes down into the chest, but it won't go down into the chest because this hopper is locked. So once this has stopped going through and stopped shooting like that, there you go, you see, because there's no more pulse, which also the elevator being activated was locking this torch being off using the repeater on max ticks, which means that this was constantly off. But as soon as the elevator stops firing, it turns this back on, which relocks this, which lets all the items, which unlocks this hopper, which let it all flow back into the chest. It's a nice, simple, and it's quite compact. It's not as compact as like this for a short extension, but it's about the same area as this. It's just a bit more of a height, but this is totally adjustable for a much longer duration as well. And the items needed for it, let me just get rid of these quickly, is not too much. Let's head over to the build. This is literally all you'll need for this build. And then here's the stacks that I put sand in that you could use for your timer. Put all of these onto my hotbar, and I will show you how it works. Okay, so the first thing you have is your input, which will be going into the block with the redstone torch onto it. Then from that redstone torch, you're going to have a block above it with another torch above that. Then you're going to have your dropper elevator there. 1 dropper, 2 dropper, go right, yeah, and 3 dropper. The 3rd dropper is coming up into this one here. Then what we've got is you've got your first hopper going to this one, got a chest sitting on top of it, and you have your second hopper, sorry, going into this one. Then from here, you're gonna have a comparator coming out of the dropper to check to see anything is in it, which is then going to be redstone, repeater extended, which is then going to flow into 2 pieces. One is going to be going into the same dropper it came out of, which will activate it, and the other one going into a repeater set to max ticks, going into this block for this torch, meaning while this dropper is activated, when this dropper is firing, this torch will be off constantly, which is that bit there, nice and simple and sorted. Then after that, all you got to do is have your observers. An observer, let's tower up quickly. You're going to have your observer observing and firing upwards like this. And then coming off those observers, you're going to have observer going into these two droppers, which will make those fire. And that is it. Quite literally and simply, that is the whole of this pulse extender. This uses hopper locking mechanisms to extend it, and you can have it as long as you wanted to. So let's see how long it lasts with full amount of sand inside. Okay, let's get a button as well. And for an output, let's put it. Okay. The output of this design can go off in 3 directions, and the input and output are on different floors, but you can do different mechanisms to extend it or go up or down. Normal. Okay, so this clip you're watching now that has been sped up was about 2 minutes of in-game time that I was running the clock for to see how long it would take for it all to go through with 5 stacks. At the end of this clip, I believe there's still a stack and a half left in, but then at the end of the entire video, which there is no cuts after this, that's how long it took to run through the entire 5 stacks. That's about 3.5 minutes pulse extension. I think the length of that just proves my point and how long this pulse can last. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked this video. And if you liked it, enjoyed it, and you found it interesting, then please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Bye.